Neither myself or Adrian give two hoots whether or not you get the vaccine.
No.
I couldn't care. Here, Darren watching in Dundrum,
Yep.
or Brian watching in Ballyfermot. I don't give a monkey's uncle if you're going to get the vaccine or not. Me personally, I'm going to get it because I feel it's the right thing to do for me. But if you don't want to get it for whatever reason, that is absolutely fine. So let's state that from the start.
Yeah, I don't care if you get it or not. No, I don't
care.
myself. But what we want to find out is the reaction. Have you gotten a negative reaction? If you've gotten the vaccine yet, or if you know somebody who's gotten the vaccine yet, have they received a negative reaction? Now, there's a reason that we're mentioning this, and it's because of a message that came in to us a couple of days ago from one of our listeners called Stephen. And Stephen watches us regularly here on Facebook. And by the way, once again, if you wouldn't mind sharing our video onto your own Facebook page, then everybody can see that we are here, and we'll get the viewers up and up and up, and everybody will be aware that we're here. Anyway, Stephen got his vaccine over during last week. So I want you to have a listen to his message and see what you think of this.
Hi lads, how's it going? Just to let you know, I got my vaccine there yesterday. I was pretty excited about the idea of getting it because I'm a bit nervous being a bus driver, having this COVID at all. So anyway, I went for it yesterday, and my friends basically just kind of made stupid comments about, like, why did you do it, and like, do you think this is going to work, or all this, like, and they weren't really nice to me or anything like that. They were kind of like bullying me and kind of saying like you were stupid or something like that for going ahead with it and all this. And I was shocked, absolutely shocked. And I just wondering, do you have anyone on the show that's had the same situation, or is it just me?
There you go. That's Stephen's message. He has been trolled. He's been abused. He's gotten awful comments from people just because he went and got the COVID-19 vaccine. And that's what we want to discuss with you. Send us a WhatsApp, please, to 085 825 2626. That's 085 825 2626. If you've gotten the vaccine yet, what sort of reaction have you gotten? Or do you know of other people who may have gotten negative reaction? As we said, Jeremy, the reaction from some people when I put up that tweet a couple of weeks ago was one of, oh my God, I can't believe you did that, Kennedy. You're a sheep. You're this, that, and the other.
Yeah, you must be getting paid by Big Pharma to push it. By the way, that rumor that's going around by the loony far right, that all of us guys in the media are being paid to promote the vaccine. I've never gotten a penny. I wish I had. I mean, if the government wants to pay me €1,000 now to promote the vaccine, because I'm getting it anyway, so I may as well get a bit of money out of it.
This guy got a jab 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I had my first jab 3 weeks ago, and I actually decided as a joke just to put up my vaccine card up on my Facebook page, and it kind of triggered some of the anti-vaxxers there as well. So, it's definitely a triggering situation there. You know, I also think what triggers people is people not wearing masks on the street and all that. Like that kind of triggers some of the Corona bros out there as well. It's a totally messed up situation COVID has become.
Okay, well, we would like to hear from you. 085 825 2626 is our WhatsApp number. Have you gotten the vaccine yet? And if so, what sort of reaction have you gotten from friends and family to the fact that you got the vaccine? 085 825 2626 is our WhatsApp number.
See, here's my belief. I believe that all these people who over the last 6 months have been majorly anti-vax, they're out protesting and all that, say no to the experimental jab, so on and so forth. Yeah, I believe that those people are secretly going to get the vaccine, but they're just not going to shout about it on social media when they find out that they can't go to the Canaries.
I know of one particular individual who shall remain nameless, who all through the run-up to this protested, I will not be vaccinated, I will not be vaccinated. I happen to have found out that for that exact reason, he did go and get vaccinated, and he's not telling anybody.
Of course he wouldn't, because he knows he'd be shunned by his fellow anti-vaxxers.
085 825 2626 is our WhatsApp number. Let's have this and let us know what sort of reaction. I mean, Lauren just messaged us and she says, guys, you know you have made it in life when a load of trolls come after you. So congratulations on the success.
Yeah, but I just wish, whatever happened to live and let live? Why do the anti-vaxxers not just, why do they have to slag people? Why do they have to call people sheep? I mean, if you called someone a sheep because they're getting the vaccine, you could twist it on its head and say, well, you're a sheep for not getting the vaccine because you're following a load of nut jobs who are spouting pseudo-science rubbish on YouTube. So, you're sheep as well. Everybody, in a way, is a sheep. We all follow something, don't we?
085 825 2626. This is Josephine.
Lads, on the COVID situation, it's definitely a choice. Everyone has their own choice, their own mind, whether they want to get it or not. So if you want to get it, well done. If you don't, it's your choice. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Yeah, it's your choice. And that's what this conversation comes down to. Obviously, it's a choice. You don't have to get it. Nobody's going to make you get it.
Okay,
you're not, this thing that this is forced vaccination. We've talked about this before. Forced vaccination. There is no such thing as forced vaccination. It is not forced. So if you decide not to get it, grand. You decide not to get it. But if, on the other hand, you decide to get it, grand. That's the point. The point I'm trying to make.
Okay, but why will the anti-vaxxers, why will this whole cohort of people, the anti-vaxxers, why will they not just leave the rest of us alone who want to get vaccinated? Why do they have to keep shoving nonsense and lies down our throats? They keep saying stuff like, you'll be sorry in 3 years when the truth comes out. What truth are they waiting to come out? By the way, and someone just made this point on Facebook, and I forgot about this. When microwaves first came out, which was in the 70s, wasn't it?
It was 70s or 80s, yeah.
There was a whole conspiracy theory about microwaves that, if you cooked your dinner, and I had an auntie, she's not with us anymore, but I remember having an auntie back in the day who refused to buy a microwave oven because of the fear she thought microwaves were going to cause. And there was this whole conspiracy theory back in the 70s that if you cooked your kids' dinners in microwaves, that they were going to end up growing a fourth ear or something, or a third ear in years to come, and that we were going to see this huge, big, problem from using microwaves. Now, I've been cooking with a microwave all my life. There's absolutely nothing wrong with me. Every single one of you watching at the moment uses a microwave. So what I'm saying is there's always a lot of scaremongering and fear-mongering out there, isn't there, when it comes to something new?
Yeah, but it's in this case, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it's ridiculous. Let me read a message that just came in to us from a lady who won't talk to us, but I'll read it out nonetheless. It's from a lady called Marie. Do you take a picture when you get your flu jab? No. Why are celebrities endorsing it so much? Let's be honest, it had a 98% survival rate. Yes, people have died, but people also did from flu. My nanny had a flu vaccine and still died of the flu. I've suffered with fertility issues for 5 years, have yet to fall pregnant, so no, I will not be getting jabbed with a vaccine there is no long-term data for. I'm a healthy woman, I eat my greens and vitamins and stay active. Death is inevitable, she says, and she goes on to say, mainstream media...
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Mainstream media has sparked fear. If you talked about the flu the way you did about this, people would be terrified. I'd like to stay anonymous as I have talked about my fertility before.
If you choose not to get the vaccine, which you are choosing, nobody is judging you here. You've given a reason why you don't want to get it, and that's fair enough. But my problem is the anti-vaxxers, and I put this up on, this is just show you how social media works. I put this up on Twitter there at the weekend, and again, it angered people. And I said I came up with a new drinking game, okay? So it's a new Saturday night drinking game. So every time you see or hear a COVIDiot, That's what I call them, COVID-idiots.
Yeah.
These are people who believe, COVID doesn't exist, blah, 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 blah. Every time you see a COVID-idiot use one of these phrases, you drink a glass of wine, okay? So I made a list of the phrases because they come out with the same 10 phrases every single time, okay? So Big Pharma.
Yep.
Yeah. RTE is the virus. Scandemic.
Yeah.
Plandemic. The Great Reset. Sheeple. Like, what's a sheeple? Or they can't even say sheep. It's a sheep.
Go on.
Paid trolls. That's what we've been called. MSN, the mainstream media. Experimental jab. Bill Gates. The truth is coming. The truth is coming, by the way, Adrian.
Okay, what's the truth?
I don't know. And do your research. That's the other thing they say. The same 10 lines that they all come out with, they spiel these lines out over and over again. Yet if you delve into them, if you try to ask them, to explain why they're anti-vax, they just go. They just disappear. They name call and then they just disappear because you cannot get a coherent answer out of someone who is anti-vax. And then maybe you will prove me wrong on the show today and maybe you do have a coherent answer, but just calling somebody a sheep because they get the vaccine is absolutely pointless. It just shows your lack of intelligence when it comes to that issue.
Okay, if you've just joined us, we're talking about a WhatsApp that we got a couple of days ago from a guy called Stephen. And Stephen contacted us about the reaction that he has gotten from family and friends over getting the COVID-19 vaccine.
Hi lads, how's it going? Just to let you know, I got my vaccine there yesterday. I was pretty excited about the idea of getting it because I'm a bit nervous being a bus driver, having this COVID at all. So anyway, I went for it yesterday, and my friends basically just kind of made stupid comments about like, why did you do it, and like, do you think this is going to work or all this, like, and they weren't really nice to me or anything like that. They were kind of like bullying me and kind of saying like you were stupid or something like that for going ahead with it and all this. And I was shocked, absolutely shocked. And I just wondering, do you have anyone on the show that's had the same situation, or is it just me?
Okay, 085 825 2626 is our WhatsApp voice note number. Let's have a listen to this WhatsApp voice note from Sergey.
I'm pretty sure that those anti-vaccine protesters will get the jab quite quickly once they hear that it will help.
You're not playing at all. 085 825 2626 is our WhatsApp number. If you have gotten the vaccine, have you had any issues with family and friends over having gotten it? Send us a WhatsApp right now to 085 825 2626.
There's a comment on our Facebook page. Opinions Matter is the virus. We're the virus now.
Yay.
It's no longer RTE.
We have made it. Okay, now I have that WhatsApp voice note again from Sergey. Have a listen to this.
I'm pretty sure that those anti-vaccine protesters will get the jab quite quickly once they hear that it will help them against 5G.
If it'll help them get to Benidorm, I think is what one of the reasons people are going to get it. By the way, sorry, if you're watching us on our Facebook page, please share this video onto your own Facebook page so that everybody can see that Opinions Matter with Adrian and Jeremy is live right now from our studios at the White Sands Hotel in Portmarnock. Now,
here's Debbie Mack on Facebook. And Debbie, you're welcome to send us in a WhatsApp voice note if you want. You know the number at this stage. And Debbie says, we, idiots as you call us, are right. If you want to live in this way of life, that's up to you. But we don't want to, and we have many valid reasons and information. We're not asleep, that's all. Okay, Debbie, that's fine. That's beautiful. I'm glad you're not asleep. Why would you be asleep at this time of the day anyway? Okay, you've made a statement there. We have valid reasons. What are those valid reasons? You haven't given us one valid reason. You've literally just strung a sentence together to say we have many valid reasons. We're not asleep. That is all. What have you?
What does that even mean?
What have you woken up to?
What does that even mean?
So the platform is there for you because these people, the valid reason, folks, they think that we don't give them a platform. We're giving you a platform. You have the WhatsApp voice note number. You can send in a WhatsApp voice note. I am dying to hear your valid reasons. I'm dying to hear your valid reasons. I'm sitting here waiting to hear the valid reasons. Can't wait.
Okay, you can send us a WhatsApp to 085 825 2626. 085 825 2626. You can see the number on the back of our screen here. Now, let's have a listen to this WhatsApp voice note from Michelle.
Michelle here. I am 38 and I am counting down the days until I get my vaccination. My husband is able to register, I think, this week or next week coming for his vaccination, so that'll be one down. It's crazy to think that the year and a half that we've kind of been living, that people are actually opposed to getting a vaccination that's going to get the world moving again. Yeah, I'm just counting down the days until I get my vaccination, and as soon as I get the vaccination, I will be skipping off onto a nice airplane and going to a house in the mountains in Spain, and I am living for it. Congratulations on the new studio. I'm delighted to see you guys back up and running again. Take care. Bye.
Sheep. Sheep.
Sheep. 085 825 2626 is our WhatsApp number. And if you are watching us on our Facebook page, which you clearly are, please share this video onto your own Facebook page, please, so that others can see that Adrian and Jeremy are here with Opinions Matter. Okay. A lot of reaction coming into this, and this comes back. The conversation comes back to a message that we got from one of our listeners, and he is annoyed with the backlash he's gotten for having gotten a COVID-19 vaccine. Here's another WhatsApp voice note from Cormac.
All these anti-vaccine people, they love all the conspiracies. The world is flat and aliens did 9/11 and all madness.
All madness.
Here, listen, I love a good conspiracy as much as the next man. You know, that Michael Jackson is still alive, or Tupac is still alive, or, you know,
is he?
No, or that man didn't land on the moon. I love all those. But every conspiracy theory has to have a modicum, has to have a morsel of scientific evidence behind it. Yeah.
Okay, the only bit of credit I will give is that this vaccine hasn't been tested for years and years and years and years.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only thing I will concede. However, we needed something to get us out of this bloody mess.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at the hospital numbers at the moment and the numbers of ICU, and they would be through the roof at the moment if we didn't have that vaccine. That's fair to say.
Yes,
isn't it?
absolutely.
And I've always said two reasons I'm getting the vaccine. By the way, I don't believe that once you get the vaccine, your life will return to normal to the way it was before. That's going to take a long time. But the reason I got the vaccine was to protect elderly family members, because I want to be able to hug my mother who's elderly. I want to be able to hug my mother-in-law. Oh, did I say I want to hug my mother-in-law?
You did.
Yeah, no, I do. I want to be able to hug my mother-in-law as well. I want to protect the people around me. And I looked at the science. I did my, as you say, do your research. I did my research, and I was happy with the research. And yes, to say that this vaccine was developed in the space of a year, that's kind of a lie, because first of all, vaccines are being developed constantly.
Yeah.
Epidemiologists and virologists, they don't just stop working when there's nothing happening in the world, when there isn't a virus going around. They are constantly, and I mean, the SARS-2 virus has been around for a long time. You know, coronavirus has been around for years, and since the 60s, hasn't it, coronavirus? So they've always been developing a virus. So they just didn't start working on this a year ago. You know, it's been in development for years. And as well, you have to remember that when this vaccine was being developed, every single epidemiologist and virologist in the world was working on this.
100%.
So you had it. It's like if you wanted to build a skyscraper, you got every single builder and architect in the world together in one big room and said, let's build this skyscraper as quickly as we can. And that's how it happened.
All right, let's have a listen to this WhatsApp voice note sent in to us by C.
Hey lads, how's it going? So you keep saying that you know, if you get the jab, grand. If you don't get the jab, grand. But it's not really grand, is it? Because if people understood simple science, particularly the anti-vaxxers, this is what gets me. Anybody who doesn't get the vaccine, there's a double threat. One, they could pass the virus on to somebody who's vulnerable, immunocompromised. Even those that are immunocompromised getting a jab could still be very susceptible to severe disease or death. Secondly, anybody that doesn't get the jab, the more opportunity COVID has for spreading, then the more opportunity it has to mutate and we get new variants, which in the end could result in the vaccine becoming, the efficacy of the vaccine not being great, which would lead us back into lockdowns repeatedly. So the very people who give out about lockdowns and give out about vaccines are the ones that would probably end up leading us into being stuck in this crap situation. I don't get it after nearly a year and a half that people still don't understand simple science. It's a vaccine. The vaccines have been around for years. Vaccines have done great work. They're not going to inject you with something that's going to destroy you. So it's a no-brainer to me.
It's a no-brainer to an awful lot of us, it has to be said.
Someone's not happy. And we take all opinions. As you know, the name of the show, look at, they're behind you. The name of the show is Opinions Matter.
It is, absolutely, yep.
We take all opinions on board. And Mary is not happy with what she is hearing on the show today. And we're happy to play your message for you, Mary. Thanks very much.
Okay, let's have a listen to Mary.
Good morning, guys. A little bit shocked that you've come to this level. You're saying to leave people alone who get the vaccine. Well, equally stop calling people names that don't get it. You work for the media, so of course you're not going to have the balls to speak up. Sad, really, we've resorted to bullying. At the end of the day, you look like you're picking on people that have a different opinion to yourselves. And I'm really shocked, actually, that you sound like you're just sneering and jeering people. And I think that's really unfair. I think you should have a little bit more respect for people. At the end of the day, the non-vaxxers and the vaxxers are the ones that are keeping you in your jobs. Sorry.
Firstly, Mary, at this moment in time, we don't actually have a job.
Do we not? So, yeah.
No, but here's the... I don't know where... There's no jeering going on from me.
No bullying.
No bullying. If you don't want to get the vaccine, Mary,
yeah, I mean,
grand.
We said that from the offset.
Yeah.
If you're talking about my reaction to that comment on Facebook where the woman said we have valid reasons, we gave her like 10 minutes to come up with those valid reasons, that's not, a big reach, asking someone to come up with valid reasons in 10 minutes. She still hasn't contacted us with the valid reasons that I asked her to. So, when people do something like that...
And then another message here, used to talk total... I can't say that
you
word.
can't say it.
Okay, used to talk total bollocks to bullies.
There you go. Who's bullying here? And again, Daniel, you're following into the stereotype. You're proving the point that, the best argument you can come up with for not taking the vaccine is used to talk bollocks. I mean, can we have an intelligent conversation about it, Daniel? Can you tell us about some of your worries? And if they are valid worries that you have, I will take them on board and I'll say, you know what? Fair enough, Daniel. That's a fair enough reason. But used to talk bollocks to bullies is not going to wash through me. I'm sorry.
All right. Dina has sent us this WhatsApp voice note.
Good morning, everybody. I believe the issue a lot of people have with the vaccine is that it is being put forward as a choice. I think they really feel that it isn't, but some sort of a covert manipulation to get people to act or do something they don't initially wanted. So when you tell people that they cannot avail of travel or access to certain services or jobs, it really is not a choice anymore. And I think nobody likes being cornered like that. The notion that you can do such and such unless you get vaccinated really doesn't qualify as a free choice. And I think that's what people have a lot of issue with.
All right. Thank you very much indeed for your message, Adina. We'll squeeze in a couple more. Peter sent us this message. He wants to play devil's advocate.
Hi guys, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I think from their point of view, I think there's a lot of suspicion around the vaccine. I think what they believe is that long-term trials hasn't been tested long-term. We don't know what the long-term side effects are. What else? I think they can believe that it can cause things like infertility. I think they also think that it's part of a depopulation kind of scandal, where in the next 5-10 years you'll see what 90% of people who got this vaccine just drop dead are becoming fertile, so women won't be able to have any more children. Because I think they think that people like, Bill Gates, George Soros, I think that they think that Bill and George and Klaus Schwab, whoever else, think the world is too overpopulated. So what they're trying to do is get rid of people. I think that's what they think the vaccines are for, to basically make sure that women can't have children.
Okay.
And as a depopulation agenda.
Okay, can I just say...
This is The Handmaid's Tale, is it?
The Handmaid's Tale. That makes absolutely no sense, and I'll tell you why that makes no sense. Because this week, China just announced that it's going to allow people to have 3 babies for the first time. So China for years had a rule, because they've over 1 billion people in that country, they had a rule of the 1 baby rule. Then a few years ago, they moved it up to 2 babies. This week, China announced that they are going to allow their population to have 3 babies. Now, why would they do that the same week or the same year that some people are claiming that they're trying to depopulate the world? Yeah,